evening. This is Jane Millar. Welcome to School Forum. This evening as my guests I have two very special young ladies. On my right is Amber Kasuba, and on Amber's right is Anna Kasuba. Now, you two are twins, obviously.
No.
No, you aren't? You sure look like twins. You aren't twins.
No.
Then how old are you, Amber?
I'm 11.
You're 11, and how old are you, Anna?
9.
9. But you are sisters.
Right.
You're very obviously sisters.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you realize how I became aware of you, but you went down to Marshall, Michigan,
Yes.
to the Rotary Club, and were presented with an award. And I have a daughter who went down there. She's a teacher in southern part of Michigan, and she was there and received an award. And her name was right under yours in the program. Here is Karen's name, Karen Millar, and right above that are the names of Amber and Anna Kasuba. And that's how I became aware of you. So tell me, why did you go down to Marshall, Michigan?
We do a lot of volunteer service, and someone nominated us for an award, and we went down, and we were selected, and so we went down there for like a little luncheon thing, and we do many activities in like Girl Scouts, and our latest and biggest WAPOI, which stands for We Are Proud of You.
Okay, and that was one of the big ones that you were
Right.
being recognized for,
Yes.
right? Well, before we get into talking about the We Are Proud of You project that you two have been involved with, what did you think when you found out you were getting this big statewide award from Rotary Club? What did you think when you found out?
I was like sort of nervous and kind of,
Didn't know quite what to think, right?
Right.
What about you, Anna?
I was kind of the same as Amber. I was nervous, little, but happy because I was getting the award.
Getting ready, yeah, right. Now, you got a free lunch, right? Was it a pretty good lunch?
Yes.
What'd you
Dessert.
have?
We had salad like any other luncheon, and we had either a choice of, I think it was like freshwater fish or something,
And
roasted chicken,
fried.
I'm pretty sure. Then for dessert we had a chocolate snowball or something like that.
Yeah.
It
Was that good?
really good.
That was the best part of the whole dinner,
Yeah.
right? So then, I take it that you got there and they did their opening stuff and announcements or whatever, and you had lunch, and then they did the award ceremony, right? What did they say? Did they call each of the people up individually and recognize them?
Yes, they did. There were 2 different kinds of awards. There was one for like company people, like they would announce a company and their president or whatever would come up and receive the award, and there were ones for individual people, or like Ann and I, we were 2 people, and we went up and received our awards.
Were there any other kids?
No.
So this made it all the more special, because I don't think normally kids are, recognized, because normally kids can't do something as widespread as you have done. And one of the things that really triggered it was the We Are Proud of You cards that you sent. What is that all about?
Well, I started the We Are Proud of You project in December of 2001. My mother and I like to make cards, and her girlfriend has a lot of stamps and makes cards. And then someone contacted us and asked us to make cards for the Special Olympians for the Winter Olympics, and we did, and we came back with a response of the kids thought of us as angels. So.
Oh my goodness. What did you feel like when you were thought of as being an angel?
We were like, wow.
Yeah. So then how did you get in on all of this, Anna?
Well, Mom started finding a whole bunch of stuff to do, and Amber and Mom couldn't do it all by themselves, so they asked if I could help them, and I said yes.
And then my friend, she suggested that I make it into a group, and that's what started We Are Proud of You. She came up with the name, and she lives in Allegan County or
Uh-huh.
I think, in Riverdale. And so I asked her if she would start a branch of Wapoy down there, and she did. And so it's like really cool now.
Now you said a branch of what?
Wapoy.
Lapoi. What is Lapoi?
It's Wapoy, we are proud.
Oh, it stands for Wapoy.
Right.
It stands for the We Are Proud of You. It's an
Yes.
acronym for We Are Proud of You. Gotcha. So what do you put in these cards? Do you make the cards or buy the cards and sign them, or what do you do?
We make the cards, we stamp on them, color in the stamps, and just write happy notes on the back.
All right, now, let me ask you, in your scrapbook here, are these the sorts of things that you do that are your cards?
Those are gift cards that we
Oh.
did.
Okay, those aren't the cards you send. So we'll get to the gift cards in a second, but is
Right.
it on kind of the same type of idea?
It's
that-
the same type of idea that we give them to Fun Fest for our school, and they auction them off and everything.
Uh-huh.
So
That's these?
yes,
Okay,
that's what we use.
okay. So these, that's neat, and then that makes money for your school.
Yes,
And you volunteer making all of these.
yes.
Now, are these a stamp, or do you draw them? or-
There's most of them are stamps. Some of them.
And then we color in, like on this one right here.
every
Colored in,
And then you-
yes. Every once in a while, we might draw a little thing on them.
But you put a stamp and then you color it. That's a lot of work, particularly to do it neatly and nicely. I mean, these are the sort of quality you'd find in gift shops. You should be entrepreneurs as well, right? Okay, so now let's go back to these We Are Proud of You cards. So do you do a similar sort of thing, stamp it and color, or?
We do the similar sort of thing, only they're a lot bigger.
A lot bigger. And you write happy things on the back, such
Right.
as, well, like we talked about sending to the Special Olympians.
Right.
What sort of message would you put on there?
We put I'm not positive because that was a long time ago. But
Right, yeah.
We put, I think, something about good luck and stuff like that, and
Mhm.
best wishes and that sort of thing.
Now, you send these to Special Olympians. I see here senior citizens, volunteers, military personnel, hospice, and animal shelter donors,
And many more.
and many more. Where do you get the names? And how do you get the addresses?
First of all, for the military people, we're active in Girl Scouts, so they sent cookies to people across seas,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom and I called in, and we got addresses of the people that they sent them to, and we sent the cards to
To
there.
them?
Yes.
Okay, so you just kind of just making some phone calls and getting the
Right.
list of names and
Yes.
addresses to send to people. You said that for the Special Olympians, they thought of you as being angels. So obviously you hear back from some of these people.
Yes.
About how many do you hear back from? A lot of them?
Pretty much all of them.
Wow, your postman must be saying, oh no, those Kasuba girls are at it again, right? There must be lots of mail, right? What are some of the things the people say?
Most of them say thank you, and you're such great people to do this, and I can't believe how old you are and how you're doing this and that sort of thing.
Now, how do they know how old you are? Because you put a little message on,
Yes.
like they say good luck, but then what do you do after that? Do you put your name and your
Well,
age? Or?
we have a little slip thing, and some people ask us how old we are, and I think on our slip thing there was, we hand them to the people that get the cards, and it says our names and how we started this project and how old we are and that sort of thing.
So this is like a little message that's sent in with
Right.
the card that just
Yes.
that you kind of is just typed out and
Yes.
and so people understand and that.
Mhm.
I think that would be really a neat thing, and you could keep going forever and ever though for all the people, like all the people in hospitals, nursing homes. It could go on forever, right? How long do you think you'll continue doing this project? What do you think, Anna?
Well, I think when Amber is Mom said, if as soon as Amber wants to stop doing this thing, she'll hand it down to me, and I'll hand it down to Amber's, my little sisters, Abby and Amy.
Okay, so there are 2 younger sisters coming along
Yes.
that can continue this project.
Right.
Now, you mentioned Girl Scouts. Does your Girl Scout troop get involved with this, or what are some of the things you do with
One
your
of
Girl Scouts?
my Girl Scout troop, one time we had a work bee with them, and they helped us color. We already had all the cards cut out and stamped. They just needed to like color them and write the message on the back.
Uh-huh.
And
So they get involved. Now, I was also reading, though, that this project is a phenomenal project in and of itself, but you girls don't stop with that. I'm just going to read from here. It says, they are dedicated church volunteers helping during coffee social hour as cleanup assistants and in spring and fall cleaning. Now, tell me about that. So you're really active in your church, too.
yes, we are altar servers for our church, and then we go downstairs. Usually everybody does, and they have coffee and donuts. And we usually clean the cups with our mom and dad, and when it's our turn, and that sort of thing. And then they have a spring and fall cleaning, and we usually get under the pews and peel off all the gum.
Oh. Who do you think puts the gum there the most, the adults or the kids?
The adult.
Really?
I think the kids.
It would be interesting to kind of be a little mouse underneath the pews during church service, right? And watch and see whose hands go down and put their gum there. That would be a yicky job.
Yeah, but we usually have like knives.
You have knives, so you don't have to try and pull it off with your
Right.
hands, right? Yeah. So what else do you have to do when you do spring and fall cleanup?
Well, in fall, we normally rake the leaves in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And like we vacuum, we find like garbage under the pews.
You girls do a lot, right?
Yes.
You do as much as all the adults, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to read some other things that you do because this is just phenomenal. In addition to participating in a variety of school fundraisers, which we talked about, how that's one of them, including Wheels for Life, March of Dimes, Hats Off for Cancer, and Special Olympics, they donate portions of their savings and allowances to numerous funds, including MAD and most recently a variety of 9/11 relief efforts. Let's talk about just this whole sentence here because it's pretty impressive. What's Wheels for Life? You can't remember exactly.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. Well, I can understand there are so many things. Are these things that you just go out and, like March of Dimes, help collect money and
Pretty much.
pretty much?
Just like do the stuff for them, and you know.
You also donate portions of your savings and allowances. How important do you think that is to do that?
Very important.
Very important. Why is it important?
Because we're like supporting America, and like for the 9/11 attacks, we supported them and that sort of thing.
The reason I'm asking the two of you this is you're doing the two things in volunteerism. Both things are really important. Donating your time and donating your money. And you need to do both things. Some people will only do one or the other. Some people don't do either of them. And here are two young ladies, very young ladies. You're still really technically girls. And you seem to have more common sense than a lot of adults and understand this basic principle more than a lot of adults do. And that's why I'm asking you why you think it's important, because obviously you know it's important, right?
Right. It's just hard to explain.
It is hard to explain. How does it make you feel when you do these things?
It like makes us smile, and it like warms our heart, and it's very fun.
It makes you feel good, doesn't it? Does it?
Yes.
How about you, Anna?
Well,
Does it make you feel good and happy?
yeah.
Do you ever sometimes think, though, oh gosh, I really don't want to go and clean the gum off the bottom of the pews?
Yes. Sometimes we do.
Yeah. Because a lot of times volunteer stuff and that is not always, afterwards you feel good and you know you've done a good thing, but it's when you're doing it, it's kind of, wish I didn't have to get up Saturday morning and go clean the gum off the bottom of the pews, right?
Yes.
What do you see in the future for yourselves? Like, Amber, what do you think you'd like to be when you grow up? Have you given any thought to that?
I'd really like to be a mom, and I'd still volunteer, but I'd have a job too, so I'd be kind of busy, but
Yeah.
no.
But still working volunteer
Right.
type. Any idea of what sort of job you'd like to have?
I want to be like a doctor or a dentist.
That's cool. So you have to do a lot of schooling, right?
Yes.
And you've got a lot of time still to decide.
Right.
What about you, Anna?
Well, I want to be a mom, and I want to be
Not
a
sure.
teacher.
A teacher, maybe?
Mhm.
Just not sure yet.
Mhm.
Both of you, the first thing you said was, I want to be a mom. Do you have a pretty neat mom yourselves?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And if anyone in the audience picked up that Amber glanced over, Mom is sitting in the back of the studio, isn't she? And do you think your mom's proud of you?
Yes.
Do you think your family's proud of you?
Yes.
Do you like to do a lot of things with your family?
Yes.
Like what sort of things do you like to do?
Well, this summer we are going. Well, we are getting ready
Actually, in
to.
like 2 days,
well,
we're going to
yeah.
go to the Flywheelers Tractor Show.
And obviously you think that's cool, don't you, Anna?
Very.
Yeah, that is cool. That is a fun thing. So the whole family will go.
Yes.
You two have been doing some other things this summer, though, because we had trouble getting you over here. You just had such busy schedules. You were just like a social calendar that wouldn't quit. Tell me what you've been doing this summer.
Last year, Grandpa decided to make a fishing trip to Canada for, it would be like a yearly thing that we do every year. And so our first summer vacation thing, we went to Canada for a fishing trip with our grandparents. Then we
Ooh.
came home for one day and went to we went
Nationals.
to Preteen Nationals, which is a scholarship and recognition program for girls. And then we came home for one day and went to 4-H camp, and then pretty much that's where we are now.
And got home and you came here. Now,
Right.
tell me about this preteen camp. What did you do on that? You both got to go to that.
Yes. First you compete at a state level against girls, and I got first runner-up in the senior division.
And what do you compete in? I mean, how do you compete?
Well, you do like an on-stage acknowledgement thing. You have interviews, and talent and speech are optional, and then that sort of thing.
Okay.
It's basically against girls your age. Like the senior division is 10 to 12, and the junior division is
Yes.
7 to 9.
And that's you.
Right.
You're junior and you're senior.
Yes.
And then what do you do at this preteen camp? What do you learn?
You make a lot of new friends, and it's basically like that.
What did you learn, Anna? Can't remember. Huh? Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Did you
very-
make friends? Make friends too?
Yeah.
Okay. And where was preteen camp?
Well, Preteen Nationals was in Birmingham, Alabama
Alabama.
this year.
Mm-hmm.
And next year it will be in Arkansas.
Little Rock.
Oh, neat. You think you'd like to go next year again too?
Yes, but you have to qualify in the top 4. Well, see, you do a overall thing, and they like pick out the top. There's a 4th runner-up, 3rd runner-up, 2nd runner-up, 1st runner-up, and a title holder. And you
Is
can
that
have
from
ties.
each state, like, or?
That's from each division. Then there's
Okay.
like that's for the state level. Then at like Michigan would have a 4th runner-up and a title holder in 1st and 2nd and 3rd. Then you get invited to nationals, and if you want to, you can go to nationals. And then they have the same thing there.
Oh, I see.
And then like
Now, what about 4-H camp?
that was fun.
That was fun. What did you do at 4-H camp? And where? Well, first of all, where was it?
It was someplace out by our house.
Okay, so that was more local.
Right. It was
Okay.
it's Camp Michaluca or something like that.
Okay, mm-hmm. All right. Now, what do you do at 4-H camp?
We make crafts
And we go swimming.
So that was a lot of fun,
Yes.
wasn't it? And you spend the night.
right,
You stay in cabins or in tents?
cabins for 3
Yeah.
days.
For 3 days. They have like bunk beds?
Yes.
Pretty rustic, huh? You take a sleeping bag or
You basically take like sheets and that sort of thing, and
nice warm blanket in case it's cold at
yes.
night? Yeah. So then what's in store? Oh, I wanted to ask you that when you were in Canada, you went fishing. Did you get a lot of fish?
Yes.
So
We-
you like to fish, both of you?
Yes.
Okay, did you eat the fish in the evenings?
We stayed in cabins there too, and they have like a little restaurant thing up there. So we didn't eat the fish. We ate at the restaurant there.
Ah, so then what did you do with the fish?
We froze them in a little. Well, we didn't really freeze them, but we vacuum sealed them. That was our favorite part because we had buddies up there, and they had a vacuum sealer thing.
Well, now tell me, how do you vacuum seal the fish?
Well, there's a bag, and like after Grandpa and his friend clean them out, they like cut off their heads and everything, and then they put them in bags.
And then
Then there's a thing. Then you
you
push
it
down.
down, and then you lock it, and then you push the swim button, and it sucks all the air up. And sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes it doesn't work
Because he has a fin or something
Yeah.
where it's supposed to seal.
Oh, and so what if it doesn't work? What do you have to do? Do it again?
Then we have to push the fish in a little bit more.
Ah,
Or like lock it if we forget to block it.
And then it like sucks it all up. Then we put it in a freezer and we froze them or something like that. We kept them cool. Then we took them home, and
and eat them at home.
yes,
Nice thing. Now, what grade are each of you going to be in next year?
I'm gonna be in 6th.
And I'm going to be in 4th.
Great. What are your plans for next year? Are you going to do more of these types of things?
Yes. Very much.
We have a scrapbook here of things, and there's just all kinds of things that we couldn't possibly go through everything. But I think it's interesting to look at all of these pictures. What is this cassette in here about?
That was I did a radio interview too, and they taped the show for us.
Just like you'll get a tape of this show, right?
Right.
And these are just all the memories of all the things you've done for all the different people. Here are some of the cards, right?
Yes, those ones we made for the preteen national participants, and we said like good luck on the back, and see there's our little thingy mobile that we send with the cards.
Okay, I see. Well, I think it is just phenomenal what the two of you have done. Amber, Anna, I am so delighted that you could come and be here on School Forum, but unfortunately, our time has come to an end. And so until next week, this is Jane Millar. Have a good one. Good evening, this is Jane Millar. Welcome to Community Forum. This evening as my guest we have Tom Bailey from the Little Traverse Conservancy.